to encourage those who want to remain corrupt and steal money, but I beg you, the money should be used to bless our people. Thank you, and God bless.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to take this time to have the press informed that this is the most talked about yellow machine, an activist, man who is part of the Supreme Motorcycle Transport Union of Nigeria, that is the president. So we have come here this morning based on feedback on the work of Parliament to the chief clerk to attend a meeting. And since this morning we've been here, we are not seeing any sign that the meeting will be here. So, however, the president will take this time to address the press and to speak to the press what is unfolding about our thing here today. Thank you very much. This is Yellow Machine.
Speak, brother, speak. Speak, brother, speak. Speak for your people. Speak for the motorcycle. Speak for the nation. Speak. Oh, to the embarrassment, go where you can, you constant remain standing, say.
Thank you so much. By way of introduction, my name is Chokon Gretino Gray. I prefer to be called Yellow Machine. I'm the president of Supreme Motorcycle Transport Union of Liberia. And I want the world to hear us today. We came here on the invitation of the legislature. If you can recall, this week Monday, we presented our petition to the lawmaker with three different demands. One has to do with lifting of the constitutional ban placed on our motorcyclists by the Liberia National Police, headed by Colonel Gregory Cooper. The next issue we requested the legislature to help us intervene is the issue of releasing our people's motorbike, over 2,000 bikes that have been illegally impounded at different zones and depots. And the next one we asked the legislature to intervene is the issue about our comrades getting justice. If you can recall, a motorcyclist got killed at the Stay-Away Bridge due to what the police consider regulation. For us, that was an harassment. You can get checkpoint plated all over the country in the name of motorcycle. But then the shocking part about it, our people are currently awaiting us after commission. We are people with time. We are very time conscious. We want the world to know that we are disappointed, that we are frustrated. We came here this morning since 8. We believe that our leaders, our lawmakers here, are here to represent our interests. And so that's why we presented our petition to them with the hope that these issues are going to be resolved. Sadly, after waiting for over 3 hours, even though we were told about 10 before 10 we should be here for the meeting,
All right.
we were just informed and we put.
So, fellow Liberians, home and abroad, we are here again this afternoon, this morning, this evening. Whatever the time is from your end, we want to use this time to welcome you. We want to use this time to appreciate you. We are grateful today. We are going to be having with us a brother, a friend, a leader, one who stand up for his constituents and for his people, one who on several occasions has been threatened, has been abused, but he continued to remain consistent. And today we're going to have him here. That is the president of the motorcyclist, one of the branches of the motorcyclist in Liberia. We're going to have him here, our own brother. Mr. Gray is going to be here with us. So we urge that you please get yourself situated very well. We have a few minute clip here of our brother addressing some serious concern. So we are going to play that clip. And then after this particular clip, we are going to bring him on so that we can have this minute of discussion. So again, what we want you to do is to kindly hit for us the share button. In a special way, I want to recognize and appreciate my own sister Nina Quia. You are highly welcome. Thank you so much. Minikoli, thank you so much. JD Minikoli, we want to say you are highly welcome. We appreciate you. So kindly hit for us the share button. Share with friends, share with family members, so that at the end of the day, all of us can participate in it. So let's take this video, and then we will be right back after this video. So enjoy this.
Who's a chair on transportation and form of intimidation. And we told him that every county coordinator in Supreme are executive member. Speak. Let's speak. So just because we came here for solution, we have to cut down the number of executives and we sent 10 persons. Waiting out there, we stood up the now, my foot is as if Philippine my legs. Within 2 hours later, we need to be informed that the legislature is meeting with Western Cluster. So because we don't get money, they are not millionaires. Western Cluster. So the white guys in there are better than us. In fact, these white guys are more Liberians. That's why it says they are more important than the over 200,000 motorcyclists whose children are going to bed without food. What kind of country is this? We are talking about something that has serious security implications over 200,000 young people who have been denied of their livelihood. And our lawmakers are here telling us today that they are meeting with Western Cluster, even though they gave us an invitation to come here to talk about our issues. Where are we heading? And so, for us, we will continue to appeal. For us, the livelihood of our people is more important to us. In my mind, Western Cluster is here. Western Cluster workers are taking pay. Western Cluster, the women are in there. That because of him today, we get access. Our own lawmakers who put on our motorbike to campaign for. So they are telling us today that they are having meeting with Western Cluster. Amen. Sobrigo, Sobrica, Sobrica Morai. Sobrigo, Sobrica, Sobrica Morai. I think the one when Liberia is very here. I mean, I really don't know what our people want from us. People believe motorcyclists are violent people. We try to do our best. Look, we are not interested in ride bike. Nobody will have their child and the law so dearly and say, I want you to be a motorcyclist. This is just a stepping stone to help ourselves. We ride it back as a means of getting our livelihood. We don't want to ride bike. But there's the only alternative that we have. Can the government provide job for us? Of course, we are prepared for the job market. We are prepared. We are educated, right? But we believe that government cannot employ everybody.
All right. So, fellow Liberians, we want to say thanks to all of you who are coming on. We want to appreciate you. And as usual, we ask that you please hit for us the share button. So, this is a special segment, and we are privileged to have with us Trokon Gray, popularly known as Yellow Machine, who is the leader of the Supreme Motorcyclist Union of Liberia. We are privileged to have him here with us today. And we want to say thanks to all of you who continue to support this platform. Again, we ask that you please hit for us the share button. Share with friends, share with family members, and let's have this hour or an hour, 30 minutes of discussion here on this platform. So many things are happening, and we are about to give you the information. But to begin with, I want to first of all use this time to say all of you that are joining us, which by limitation of our own end or from our own end, we cannot see you by name, but want to say you are welcome. The thousands of you who are joining us from around the globe, we want to say you are welcome. Thank you so very kindly. Grab yourself a bottle of water or wherever you are. You can share with a friend. You can invite a friend and let us have this discussion. Thank you so very kindly. So we want to use this time to welcome our own brother, Chokon G. Gray. My brother Chokon Gray, you are welcome, sir. Hello, Chokon? All right, so he is here with us. I think he's trying to get things straightened there from the back, but he is here with us. Definitely, he's here with us. Let me see. So while he's speaking, let's see if we can. But he's here with us. He's right on set with us. Let's be able to bring him on here while we try to get him. Let's listen to this.
In my mind, the government should be thinking about putting more attention to these young people who keep different diverse backgrounds or lives, making their own way in life. This is why we are seeing at the capital today. It is so disappointing. It is so frustrating. And like we announced on Monday that our protest action begins Monday, and that we inform the press that if our issue, if their ban is not lifted, if the over 2,000 bats that the police arrested illegally, this Monday, this coming Monday, we are going to protest, like I said. I think for this one Monday, we assemble at one point. But this coming Monday, will be gathering at one more. What? But you show our back. When you show it, the government promised to provide training for our people up to date. Government come all around on different radio stations will make sure we provide training for the cyclists. Eh? Only to come here this morning after several hours. Eh? After several hours. You can tell that you're meeting with Western cluster. Hey man, how can I continue to find ourselves in? And so let the world know. We are calling on the international community. We are calling on you. Please intervene. The peace of this country lies in every Liberian hand. Not just President Boakai, but every one of us. There's about our survivors, there's about our livelihood, there's about people not going back to school.
Parents who want to say welcome and thank you so very kindly. So our brother will be joining us in just a few. He will be with us in just a few. But I want us to begin our discussion here. I remember when President Weah served as president of the Republic of Liberia. Some of our colleagues, some of our brothers and our sisters, they felt that the best way to entangle the government, Brother William Masekwe, you are welcome, was to use their proximity, to use their influence or affluence or whatever you will call it, pay people here in the United States to demonize the CDC administration led by His Excellency President Dr. George Manuel Weah. They felt that that was the best political or mood. They felt that that was the best thing to do. We listening to key members of the opposition going on radio stations, boasting, bragging that they have paid people here in the US to sanction the government. We even witness people who proudly went to Washington, D.C. and called on the government of the United States of America to not support Liberians in Liberia. It was at the time Mr. Boakai was a member and was benefiting from the collaborating political party. Mr. Boakai 100% support that action and said it was the best thing to do. When we told our brothers and our sisters who had a political or different political persuasion that look, we think that you can exercise your political franchise, you can disagree with the government, but we don't think that it is prudent enough for you to go and lie or for you to present a picture as if heaven is falling and the whole earth is falling apart just so that you can score a political mark. You are calling for the United States not to support Liberia. We said it was wrong. Our brothers, they look at us and said, we are fools. They get connection and blah, blah, blah. They will ensure that they make the government uncomfortable. They were using what we call an unorthodox method, an undemocratic, one would say, method. Every morning we will wake up to a situation where somebody will wake up and say, Liberian are safe. People were even brave enough to go to mortuary and buy bodies from there that were abandoned, go to hospitals and take bodies that were abandoned and drop them in particular locations. And when they wake up in the morning, they will use somebody like our own brother, James Goode Flomo. James Goode Flomo was the man who was reporting all of the, how you call, mysterious, quote unquote, bodies that they will see around. Some morning you will see James Goode Flomo near another body and they say, oh, there is another body here. To the extent that one other sister, one other girl, came up and said her father, in fact, the person who James Goode Flomo was showing that picture of, I get the video here, I'm not going to bore you with too much video, that the person picture that James Goode Flomo was showing was her father. Her father was in JFK Mall, one of the how you call it, the place there, and they did not have money to pay. So the people were holding the body. She was surprised that she saw James Goode Flomo reporting that this particular individual was killed by government, blah blah blah, and stuff like that. The videos are here. I have that video. It's right here. So they were using all of the means they were using to be able to demonize the CDC government. Thanks goodness that His Excellency President Dr. George Weah did not give heed to some of these negative propaganda. In the midst of all of their, how you call, negative propaganda, lying on people, saying things that they have no business saying, guess what happened? His Excellency President Dr. Weah was able to fulfill his 6 years. He was able to fulfill his 6 years with his people. We saw an unprecedented level of development under His Excellency. Oh yes, there were challenges. There were things that we see as challenge. Or there were challenges. But he did not allow what they were saying to distort his agenda. Fellow Liberians, the opposition said, led by Joseph Numa Boakai, said that they could do it better, that they could rescue the people of Liberia. They could transform the lives of the people of Liberia. They said everything that was happening in Liberia was wrong. Mr. Boakai even condemned the roads that were being built at the time by His Excellency President Dr. George Weah. And he referred to it as a sidewalk. He is on record. Everything that President Weah did was condemned by Mr. Boakai and his gangs. In fact, there were several talk shows that these people opened around the place. Thomas DeLong was even one of the talk show hosts, calling it how you call class reload, or whatever reload. All of these people that you see today working in the Unity Party government, all of them, they were expert on different things. They had podcasts, they will open their phone, they will talk, they will blast, they will do this and do that. And they lied to the Liberian people that they were the solutions to the Liberian people problem, that they could do it better, they could transform lives. To the extent that Mr. Boakai himself condemned the CDC administration openly. He even went as far as condemning the former, how you call, administration that he served in, Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, only because he wanted to assume the presidency. We saw what this man did. This man went as far as putting his former boss under the boss. The videos are here. We're going to play some. Mr. Boakai did not take any blame. In fact, according to him, he advised on several occasions, but Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf did not listen. The videos again are here. We have those videos. We are going to be playing you those videos. Fellow Liberian, since Mr. Boakai took over as president of our country, it's from one bad thing to another bad thing. Every day when we talk about Liberia, we are talking about corruption. Every day when we talk about Liberia, we are talking about the disrespect of the rule of law. Every day when we talk about Liberia, we are talking about how insecure Liberia is. Every day when we talk about Liberia, we are talking about how people are using power to abuse other people. To the extent, shamefully, the people who hailed and praised Mr. Boakai yesterday are the ones today who are crying and saying, oh, Boakai has become a disgrace. Mess are happening. Who told you that they don't know? When we sent out the warning and said, Mr. Boakai was nobody to be near the presidency, you people said we were fools. When we told Liberians that the biggest mistake that we will ever make is to make this man president of our country, some people said we were talking out of frustration. So I don't know what is happening to them now. We can play you their voice recordings. You will hear it and hear them crying.
The quotation, the procurement plan.
You will hear them crying. We can play their voices. You will hear them very, very disappointed when they lied to the Liberian people and said that Liberia was going to be better. Liberia was going to be a nation that would be flowing with milk and honey. We told the people of Liberia that Boakai, this man is a disaster. This man has no leadership ability. He has absolutely nothing to offer the people of Liberia. And by giving this man the presidency, it's almost like chunging Liberia in the dungeon. People said it was fun. People said it was joke. But the reality steps in. But today, we are faced with the reality. Today, we are faced with the reality of Boakai inability to perform and to redeem our people. Today, we are faced with it. These people were used. They use you. And now, guess what happened? After using you, the reality now show face. Boakai, who said that corruption was a poison, and I don't want you to believe it. Let me play the voice of Mr. Boakai. I don't want you to believe what I am saying. I want to play the voice of Mr. Boakai. And I want you to listen to Mr. Boakai telling the word and telling the Liberian people that corruption was a poison. Anywhere it touched, it destroyed. I want you to listen to Boakai and listen to what is happening today under his government. I want you to listen to Mr. Boakai. Don't listen to me. Don't believe me. Because already some people start blasting at me. Already some people then they start lecturing me already. Oh, I'm a fool, I'm a this, I'm a that. No problem. I agree with you. I know you are frustrated because the government that you supported from the very beginning, the government is not performing. So you are ashamed. All of you now, you vote for Boakai. This time now in Liberia, when you ask anybody, oh, you vote and the Unity Party, where you vote for, they can say, no, me, I don't vote for him. Me, I was not happy that, oh, but I don't vote for him. This time, anybody you ask now, I mean, the common people who are jumping around, any one of them you ask, they will say, no, me, I not vote for Boakai. Even though me, I was not happy, you know, some of the things are going on, or do not all the things are wrong, but I was not happy. But me, I not vote for Boakai. Nobody in Liberia now you will see, you will walk up to, except those ones that are benefiting from the government one way or the other, or they are working in government. But this time now, when you enter the market, take your cell phone and go interview people, ask them. No, me, I not vote for Boakai. No, I not vote for Boakai. No. What do we tell you? They are ashamed. They cannot own up to what they put all of us into. So listening to Boakai telling the word that corruption is a poison, you would think that this man who condemned corruption, who said corruption is a poison, this man who described corruption in the most demeaning manner will be the one fighting corruption and ensuring that our nation expose corrupt officials. One will never believe that this man will be the one harboring corruption and promoting people who are corrupt. Listening to this video, don't believe what I'm saying, but listening to this video. Here is it. Listen to this video. Listen to Mr. Boakai.
Look at Liberia today. Where are the clinics? Where are the schools? Where are the streets? Where are the roads? Not because we couldn't build them, but the monies have been diverted to individuals. And what are these individuals? They go outside the country, they buy houses, but the country that they make the money from, they are afraid to use the money there. So they go out, they forget that there are hundreds of children here that are not going to school. There are no medical. I have a very close friend now who is sick in Foya. He could have been brought here by helicopter, but where are they? Corruption is a poison. Whatever it touches, it destroys. It deprives people from having good roads. It deprives others from having good medical facilities. You're always wishing to go elsewhere when you can have it right here. That's what corruption does. It destroys a nation. It makes people become disrespected because people think we are a country living on handout when we shouldn't be. Look.
You listening to Mr. Boakai telling us that corruption is a poison. That corruption destroys. Corruption takes away the value of a nation, of a people. You listening to Mr. Boakai. But today, are we seeing the corruption that he talked about yesterday was a poison? In fact, today now the corruption is living with this old man. This old man now is the embodiment of corruption. In fact, the name Boakai now means corruption. If you are talking about corruption and you don't want to call the name corruption because the letter maybe or the syllables in it maybe or the tongue twisting, just say Boakai. As soon as you say Boakai, it means corruption. But like I said earlier, we are grateful to have with us a brother, a friend, and one who is advocating for the rights of Liberians who have been denied by this very government. People who were used at the time, but today this government has abandoned them and abusing them. We are privileged to have with us our own brother, Chokon G. Gray, commonly referred to as Yellow Machine. Welcome, my brother Gray. Welcome. How are you, sir? Just unmute yourself, please. Can you unmute yourself? Yes, sir.
Yeah, getting me right?
Yeah, loud and clear. Yeah. I
Yeah,
like your location. I like the
yeah.
location.
Again, I want to use this time to extend my thanks and appreciation to you, the entire family of the unique platform. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for providing all the opportunity that our voices can be heard. As you may be aware, we represent thousands of young people who survive on motorcycle for their livelihood. And so my name is Chokon Gray. I'm popularly called Yellow Machine. I am the president of Supreme Motorcycle Transport Union of Liberia, and the one that is standing in the gap for over 200,000 young people who survive on motorcycle riding for their livelihood. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I want us to just start with the crust of the main issue. We're listening to the government putting out a statement saying that the Supreme Motorcyclists, the organization, the banner, as far as they are concerned, is now registered with government, has no legal document. Can you respond to that? Are you a registered institution with the government of the Republic of Liberia, or you just put a group together because you feel, disenchanted? Can you just walk us through whether you are a legal entity? Walk us through that process, please.
So we are legal institution. Uh, as you can recall, we established a federation for motorcyclists during the past administration. That federation comprises of 13 different constituent unions, motorcycle unions that were operating in the country legally, and we formulated a federation, and that federation is called NAFONTA, and Supreme is one of those constituent unions that is a member of that federation. Sadly, the young man that is heading the Ministry of Transport is not prepared. In my mind, that was a missed opportunity. I think there are Liberians that are prepared for that position that could serve our country with dignity and integrity. Sadly, he's not prepared for that position. You have a legal document in your hand. You have a federation. You acknowledge that NAFONTA is a legal institution comprising of 13 different unions. But because we as institution, one of the constituent union of NAFONTA disagree with government policy, you say, okay, for instance, that's it, you disagree, you are illegal. I think it is sad. I think the president should be looking in that direction to make it turn around, to make it 360 degrees, to have him replaced. In my mind, he's not prepared for that job. That job is not a partisan job. You are there to serve people. You can't use that place for politics. We are trade union, okay? You can't be using the transport ministry that you have donors sending their money, and people, that institution that should be respected, and you use it for propaganda. We are legal institution. We have our article incorporation, we have everything, and that's why we are also asking the president that he should have Sally Tyler replaced. In our mind, he's not prepared. We are legal institution to answer your question with our article incorporation, tax clearance, everything. Okay, that's why we all came together to formulate the federation that is called NAFONTA. Thank you.
Thank you so very kindly. Now that you have laid this particular issue to rest about your legality, uh, are you just registered in Mosurado County, or you are across the 15 political subdivision of our country?
So our institution is a national one. I We are in the 15 countries. Uh, we have over 200,000 young people who survive on motorcycle for their livelihood, and our membership is all over the country. And some of the reason why you see government like doing everything to bring us down is because our membership is very huge. Our membership is very huge. Mr. Sheriff, there is no county in this country, unless it is not, it has never existed in Liberia. There is no county in the country that will not have members. I mean, in our hundreds. No county. No country. I mean, the 15 country, I travel to the 15 country and have membership there. Huge membership there. So, and our institution is a like a pro bono, or if I may say, NGO like. For us, we are basically focused on advocating for the motorcyclists. We are focused on seeking the welfare of them, providing vocational education for them. We can go. We ask donors to help our people, and you know, in our mind, the young people you find riding back nowadays, 10 years from now, what become of them? 20 years from now, what become of them? The energy that they have today to ride back, what happens to them after 10 years? What happens to them when you have about hundreds or thousands of them losing their eyesight because of the dust and the dye that enter in their eye? So our own is not just about today, it's about tomorrow. And that's one of the reasons why you see our institution is powerful, because for us, we are thinking about young people's future, not just today, not just a regular motorcycle thing. You take TK, you take sticker, you go. Are you not thinking about the future? And that's why we can get to the point there when we have a government that's only focusing on today and forget about tomorrow. Many other ride by, we are riding by when they say other real drivers who go to school, have a PhD, have a BSc, and you know, spend however money to go to school, and you see yourself riding by, and people will be thinking that we are proudly riding by or we are happy riding by. Nobody does that. We are not happy. But there's the only alternative that we have. Chief, there are some of us that ride back today. You go to our home, we are fully established. Some of us working with NGOs, some of us working with different institutions. Some of us lost jobs. And the government keep missing one thing. This sector is attracting a lot of people, both educated and non-educated people. Today, you say it's going back. You have thousands of Liberians that were working with you say not directly, but
Sure, we'll definitely go into that. We first of all just want to establish the legality, because as we begin to discuss, the world will understand how legal you are, because sometimes, you know, it is good that we clear all of whether you are legal. And I like the way we are going with this. We're going to give you all of the time. You're going to answer all of the questions. I'm going to give you the time. I want to ask you this question. Are you being supported by any political institution or by any individual that has maybe a political ambition? Or this is just, you know, people coming together who think they have common interest and they must protect their own self with void of political influence or interest, or however it is? Tell us this. Liberians are listening to you. Tell us, are there politicians supporting you? Do you have on-ground support from any political party? Or is this even a political party that you are putting together and just using the faces of innocent motorcyclists? How do you respond to that, sir?
So for me, I guess disappointed when people all of ignorant try to politicize our issues. I think in my mind they are doing it all of ignorant. They are doing it on a high level of stupidity. I'm sorry to say this. We purchase our motorcycle with our own hard-earned money. We didn't go to politicians and say, can buy a motorbike and put it on it. No politician buy a motorbike for us to ride. Look, some of us that ride back, we don't want to ride back. Trust me. I say in the under there from my heart, we don't want to ride back. No politician, no political party supporting our quest. And that is even disappointing, because all the political parties in the country want motorcycle support. They want our support. They can be so desperate for our support. So I'm even disappointed. We are disappointed that we are not seeing too many politicians speaking on our behalf. We are disappointed that not too many political parties speaking on our behalf. Because when it is election time, Chief, almost every politician in the country can be so desperate for our support. So I'm disappointed. To answer your question, there is no political party that is supporting our issue. And we are disappointed on that. We are disappointed because, look, be it the CDC, be it all the political parties, everybody got a membership in our sector. Nobody, even the people who take the camera, the journalists. You have people who are journalists that use this motorbike. They're students. Somebody say that CDC is sponsoring anything. How will people be that naive? Okay, a CDC won't solve for the people. Why CDC can grab all the membership, take the article and use the article and go free the pool motorbike and hire a lawyer for the members and say we're going free all the CDC pool motorbike? It make any sense? You see something that put it full on our table and you think we're going to wait for a politician to come talk for us? People who work in government, other institutions, if their salary delay, do they wait for politicians to go tell and say, go talk to your government to pay you? Does that make sense? This is what we use to put food on our family table. Do we need politicians to come tell us, say, go talk for yourself? No, we are talking about life here. This is not about politics. We are talking about our livelihood. This is not about politics. And about this time, if there were election period, trust me, almost all the politicians in the country are going to be speaking on this. But for now, in their mind, we are dump truck. We should be used and dump. And that's what we are disappointed. Very few. Only the CDC. Only the CDC. That is speaking on our behalf. And somebody want the police I say, the last time Luther Tabet went at VOA junction to the motorcycle, he gave them 25,000 insult. We consider that as an insult. You seize over 2,000 motorbikes. You are chairman of the ruling party, and so you going to talk to the government to live for that illegal ban. You go take your big money around. We are very frustrated that people want to politicize our just cause. And we think there is a time that we motorcyclists stand for ourselves. Because we believe that we are being abandoned by many of the politicians that can be so desperate for our support. This is our honest cause. We believe that we are being abandoned. That's why we are standing for ourselves.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you so very kindly. So let's get to this issue. What led you or your group coming up and having the first one, I would say the first coordinated, well-organized protest? Can you give us a historicity of why you guys choose to have such, a protest? Tell us what led to that.
So we succeeded in organizing ourselves because we believe that politicians have exploited our division for too long. Many politicians believe that the best way they can have some level of control over us is to use the divide and rule method. And use propaganda. Oh, they made not good for you, they made not in your interest, this, that, day. So they use the divide and rule method and they have succeeded against us. So what we did, we consolidated, we met with our people, and we spoke one language to them, which is unity. In the absence of unity, we can never achieve that. We spoke to our people that in order for us to achieve this fight against government, the first thing we must consider is unity. We have the number. Number is power. So if we can utilize our number wisely, of course, government will listen. Government will definitely listen. So our people understood that our first tool to defeat government was to use unity, and we united. We spoke to our people in the 15th county, in Motherwell County, every parking lot, we spoke to them. And we told them the importance of being united, the importance of unity. And they understood that. And that's why we organized ourselves on that day. You could, even if the police were going to choose to harm us, we're never going to retaliate. Because our focus was for government to listen, and we controlled ourselves the best way we can. We believe that many people out there, most especially people in government, they believe that motorcyclists are violent people. We owe that as a challenge. We took that as a challenge that we must prove them wrong, that we are peaceful people. And so we came on the street not just to make noise. We came on the street to prove that the message wrong. We came on the street to prove to the world that we motorcyclists are peaceful. So we did everything. We organized ourselves. We have our own security intact. We have our own maintenance person. And more order, when you drink water, we pick up up the plastic. We make sure that everywhere we pass, you will not see a single dot. Because we are fathers, we are parents as well. Right? We know ourselves better than the people out there. So one tool we use is unity. And that's why we succeeded. And with unity, we can do better than this.
I mean, what led to you coming on the street? Why you took the street? Can you tell us why?
So we took the street because we believe that the government refuses to listen. When the government take the decision, we cry many times. We face almost all of the radio stations. The first thing we acknowledge some of our friends. Do you know what it means for you to be crying and be bleeding yourself? Do you know what it means for you to lose a young man, a potential young man, who left for a home with the hope of returning to take care of his family, and one police officer, because he won't put a susu and poor checkpoint everywhere because of that, unnecessary trouble, and that man lost a life in that kind of evil manner. We were sharing tears, calling on our government. The government did not even acknowledge the young man that lost his life. We were disappointed. They wanted to present a picture that motorcyclists are violent. That's a picture. That's the kind of picture the guy wanted to present. They did not even mention, right, the young man that lost his life. So what we did, we spoke with our friends. We spoke to people in government. We went everywhere. We spoke to senators. We spoke to representatives, complaining the police inspector general, and nobody could have listened. We spoke to Sir Joseph. All Sir Joseph choose to do is to brag, hoping that we will take our money to buy our motorball, to put food on our table. He probably want us to produce ourselves to beg us, going to lawmaker, going to minister offices to be begging them. We don't want to do that. That's why we purchase our own bike. We spoke to Sir Joseph that is a senator of this country. Sir Joseph, the only thing he can tell all that your home and go sit down home. Who saw that? An insult. Sir Joseph that will support them. Delon, for example, Delon is another senator of this country. Why Delon say he supported government action? We spoke to a lot of senators, a lot of lawmakers. And for all indication, it is not only true that is a collective decision, all of them, that we should not have access to the road in broad day robbery and human rights violation. You collect our money, and you as a lawmaker that have the authority, you have the oversight to summon the police director. And we go to you summon the police director, you can't do all, you can't bribe us. And that's what led to our protest. We say, but it is like we have no one else to speak for us, and so we have to speak for ourselves. And that's
so the government from the very initial put in this mechanism so that at least motorcyclists who are plowing the streets can be identified and also can be safe. All of us, we saw that where they said, individuals that are running commercial motorbikes or maybe private, you will have to go to do a registration, get all of your safety equipment and everything before you can be able to plow, the streets. Now, what led to that particular agreement just becoming unfruitful, where the government now took a decision that, look, you don't have to be on the street no more. Go back in the community. After the government decided that there are processes that you will go through. You will register your bike, make sure you have a driver's license, you will pay your how you call insurance fee, etc., etc. So how did that whole arrangement just came to, one would say it became futile, where nothing was achieved, and they again ask you people to go back in the community. What happened there? Can you tell us what happened there?
So there is a thing, with Sharif. The government had this thing in mind long term, right? If you can recall, somewhere around last year, the government initially, when it came to power, without having conversation, around March, they called we the leaders of the motorcycle, and they told that the government is about to take a decision. They don't want motorcycle riding on the main street. We had several meetings with the Inspector General of Police, and we asked him, "Chief, why are you taking motorcycle on the street?" The first thing he said is the president's decision. And we went further. He said, for our own safety. He said, no, Chief, that can be for our safety. That's an infringement. We argue, we had a lot of meetings. And the police director, from the first time he spoke, he said that was the decision of the president. You don't want to see motorcycle riding on the street. I said, no, this can be the president's decision. I don't believe so. Because motorcycles were in 100, in 1,000 supporting this president. You get terminate president, the best pay, get paid to pay them back with evil. No, that can be the decision. So we had a lot of meetings back and forth. Finally, the government chose to ignore the union. Instead, they announced a date that, in fact, going forward from this day, no motorcycle will enter the street. And then, if you can recall, we had meetings, we had different consultations for our people. And we announced that we were coming outside to protest. If the government choose to ban us on the street, we will protest, will not leave the street until the government can lift up the ban. On Thursday, the vice president called me and said, Yellow Machine, I want you to disagree. I want us to meet. Let's talk about it. What's the issue? I'm hearing now you can have plenty protests and the rest of that. That's not the president or not in country. So when the vice president called me, I was advised not to go to the vice president meeting. What we are asking the government for is to make sure that our people are protected. My being in meeting with the vice president, I mean, it changes nothing. What we are calling for is for the government to respect our right for to have access to the road and any road user. So I sent some of my team members there, and they had a meeting, and the vice president agreed that our people should have access to the road. So the government in the original plan was paused. I can't say it was canceled, it was paused. Right? So they allow us to ride on the road. They had a peace tournament on Sunday. At the time, after the peace tournament, in the net, while we were sleeping, the police director, the police inspector general have a press conference and said, even though we as a government have agreed for motorcycles to ride on the road, but if we access the road, you have insurance, you have driver lesson, you have high quality. All of these different things, summing up to around $300, the minimum, to have all the documents in place. So we felt disappointed. We said, we had a meeting with the vice president. That was the vice president's decision. The vice president agreed for our people to use 3 months, right, to be able to raise some money and have their bike registered. How in the time many money our people will be coming outside to come, we want travel, they intended us say everybody should get all the things there before they access the road. Well, we felt betrayed. We felt frustrated. You get me? So again, we have to create some room. Some of our people who were arrested when we talk to them, even though that was not the agreement that we have with the government. But the government staff are at the back. But how be it, we still have room created for our people to access the road. Are you getting me? Yeah. So we still have room for our people to access the road. And so
Hello? 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 Choko? All right, so fellow Liberians, you understand that he's in Liberia, and sometimes, the network becomes so terrible. So just bear with us. He's definitely with us. But, when we experience some of these, technical issue, don't be too surprised. Do not be too surprised. These things happen, especially where it is in Liberia. It is in Liberia, so don't be too surprised. It's going to join us back. So at the end of the day, fellow Liberian, what we are experiencing in Liberia is all due to this particular president who has decided to neglect his responsibility. Okay, we are glad to have our brother back. We are glad to have him back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
yeah. So as I was saying, after paying uh the sum of 300 per bike, and the federal government through the LRA boss announced that for the first time in the history of Liberia, the LRA raised the highest revenue within the shortest period of time. Why? Because motorcycle and tricyclists register their bike, they are in full compliance. Right? So now, after having all the conversations, motorcycle paying taxes and the rest of them, we have an existing contract with government that when you register your bike, the police director will all on the radio. He was not serving as the information minister for the police for the government. That when you have your bike and your bike is fully registered, you have access to the road. Yeah, any other road user. It even went further. When you brought about the driver lesson, we said, no, chief, we are riding motorbike. Why would we be buying driver lesson? He said, no, when you get your driver lesson, at least when your bike, when some of your men are caught in violation, we can just issue them ticket the road, the car, or other road user. You will get your motorbike back to you. and then we give you the ticket, we see your driver lesson. When you raise the money, you pay in government revenue, then you come out for your lesson. So that's fine. It will be good for us. And because we believe that we don't want our people time to be wasted, and all of that. So it's a good thing. We disagree on that initially, but later on we say, okay, no problem. We want to be like other road users. We agree. We purchase it back. The federal government accused that we are not saying we don't know the different sounds of the rule, we don't know the rules of the rule. But guess what? In clear contradiction, the government was selling lesson, child lesson to all they're telling that they're doing better about market. How do you agree? I don't know what they did or ignorant. I don't want to say that, but you agree that we don't know the rules of the road, we don't know the traffic law, that you accuse, right? That we are not educated, we don't know the different sound, we can't wait for traffic law. But to come back and start selling driver lesson to our people. Well, you have driver lesson, who are you? Are you not driver? You are driver. So the government ignorantly may or a certified driver because that government document will get. You getting my point? That government document will get. So you saw driver lesson to all that they were thinking about is how to raise revenue. They were not thinking about our own safety as they argue. You getting my point? So for them, it was only about revenue. So I think in my mind, they were just the government original plan. That's why they took off on the street. Because the government can't say because few motorcycles went and took the law in their hand, that's why they took off on the street. No, that can be the government argument. It can. Because from the very beginning of the government, they attempted taking off on the street. And we stood our ground. The next thing they said, they brought the issue about register on your back, do that one, hoping that we would say, no, we're not register on your back. Right? So that's in my mind. That's why they brought a hard restriction or they hard tariff on and say, pay. How do you be riding motorbike that when you want to sell, you can't even sell it up to $200 and government is demanding you to pay up to $300 or more to register your back. So in their mind, they brought all these things in order for us to say, no, we won't register about it, but then you want to register about it, you can't go in town. But guess what? Some of our we credit here, we put our phone, we put our personal belongings. We saw our personal belongings because this is what we depend on to survive. This is what we depend on to send our children to school, for our family to eat. We went the extra mile. So for me, I can't take that excuse. I think government just never wanted us to ride on the road. For them, it's not good for them because do you know why? We have an existing contract with government. They collect our money. Their government, we don't want to be the government. It's a 419 government. I think they need to do the needful.
So I know that you guys took this issue to the Supreme Court and you threatened that there were going to be a series of protests, on stop infinitive protests. So where are we now with the issue in the court, with you calling for a non-stop protest? Where are we now as far as, the public is concerned with the motorcyclists?
So on the 15th of April, we have agreed as executive committee members, as leaders of the sector. We have had consultation with our different parking lot chairmen, our district, our county coordinator. That on April 15, we are going to be out. That protest is going to be the biggest protest ever in the history of Liberia. We have agreed, and that's why we have acknowledged and appreciated Honorable Boakai Molu, who are taking a decision to sue on our behalf. We appreciate him, right? But now our fear is that the government don't respect the rule of law. Yes, we are going to support, we appreciate Honorable Molu. We are going to be taking, gratefully, the Supreme Court is going to be doing a fair hearing in our issue on Monday. We will take our people there. We'll be at the grounds of the Supreme Court. But listen, when you have a country where you have demonstrated to the entire world that you got zero respect for the rule of law, 10 people don't have trust in the court system. And that's where we find ourselves as motorcyclists. So we respect the court, and but the government has demonstrated beyond all reasonable doubt that they got zero respect for the rule of law. In no way, we will not support the court procedure, will not be at the court on Monday. We are going to be taking our people there in their hundreds. We will be there. We will be at the Supreme Court. Our president will be fair at the Supreme Court on Monday. But our fear here is if the Supreme Court rules in our favor, the government is going to listen. The government is on record for them respecting the Supreme Court. It's an open secret. You get my point? So we will be at the court. We'll be at the court. But our protest for April 15th stands. Whether the court rule before that time or not, our our protest for April 15th stands. And like I said, on April 15th, it's going to be the biggest protest ever in this country. If they elect, they can send all the NSA agents after my life. If they elect, they can do everything. They can have me arrested. What I can tell, I told people, I told my colleagues, and I told the world. Why am I afraid of scared now? I got no fear for arrest. I know what I'm doing is in the right direction. I know what I'm doing. I have not violated any law. It is our constitutional right to stand by our people as leader of the motorcycle sector. Over 200,000 young people who survive on motorcycle for their livelihood. For them to put their trust and confidence in me and say, you be our leader, it is my responsibility to stand for them. So whether government lets it or not, whether they want to go after my life, by the grace of God, I'm not going to die. I'm going to survive this. I survived government more terrible than this government. I survived doing a unity party like government. They went after me. I did not die. It's my hope that I'm not going to die this time around because there is nothing is going to convince me to compromise the interests of my people. And that's all of some of them that call themselves minister directors that can be in my inbox and calling me here and there to bribe. I think the best thing they can do, all the pending money they're using, they want me to travel, they won't give me job, they won't give me car. Then they use all the resources that they have. Call Gregor Common so you can live off this ban. This ban is not just suffering motorcycling, it is suffering your own Liberian people. Why will you be paying evil for good? So, like I said, Honorable Sheriff, we are going to do everything in our power to make sure that the government live up this ban respectfully. Legally, we are going to do that.
Now, the issue is for the government to lift up the ban. What if that is done before your April anticipated very big protest? Would that, quiet down the entire protest, or you insist whatever happened, you are going to have that protest? What is the color point for that particular protest?
We are not just interested in protesting. There are a lot of things on our petition. Number one is for the ban to be lifted. The ban is illegal. Let me bring the information to you. It was on, I think, Thursday. Thursday were at the traffic court. The NAFONTA, which is the National Federation of Motorcycle and Transport Association of Liberia, NAFONTA took the government to court, and the police director and his able deputies, were sued at the traffic court, Temple of Justice. When their lawyer got there, their lawyer had no defense for his bossman action, the police director. This is not legal. This is illegal. This is arbitrary. We are not running like country here. There's a democratic country. You can't just because you police director, you abuse power. So even the lawyer, the man, the government paying to defend the police people, he could not defend their action. All you have to do is to ask the judge to give him time to go and study. So who told you the guy don't know that they are doing this illegally? And that's why their case we are going to win it. Our fear is for the government to respect the court opinion. So it's not that they are not aware that what they are doing is illegal.
But others are complaining. This is it, my brother. Others are complaining that some of these motorcyclists, when there are issues, these guys will jump out of character. They will, burn vehicle. They will destroy other people's vehicle. In fact, they've been engaged in hit and run, etc., etc. So because of this, there is a need for you to take them off the street. Now, do you see this particular action on the part of the Liberian National Police, witch hunting the entire sector, or like others who are saying it is good that these people, you put them in a rightful place. The government is not telling you to leave the street, but they are telling you that you are restricted. Like others will make the argument saying other countries, people are restricted. Motorcyclists, especially commercial motorcyclists, are restricted. Now, do you see this action as just trying to put everybody in one box, One would say that, inductive or, reasoning where you just decide, say, well, everybody that ride motorbike, they are all violent people. So since they are violent, we put all of them together in one basket,
Hello?
let them leave the street. Yeah, hello? Hello? Are you getting me? Hello? Oh, wow. Okay. So he will come back. But again, before he comes back, the number is up here. Those of you who want to ask him questions, okay, he is here. He is here with us. All right. So, hello, you getting me now?
I am clear.
Okay, fine. So what I was saying is that there are others who complain that the motorcyclists are people who, when they are accident, especially with any vehicle or with truck, on several occasions, people say that they have seen it. These motorcyclists will gang up, will burn vehicle, will destroy properties, especially in a case of accident. And sometimes they even do hit and run. Sometimes they hit on people's car, and before you go look, bam, they run away. Sometimes they even hit people, and before you go look, they are nowhere to be found. So others are saying that by taking motorcyclists off the street help to keep the street safe, reduce the accident level or the accident rate in our country. How do you respond to that? Do you think that one group have been targeted, or there are just very few people who are engaged in such, and government must be able to identify these people and persecute them? How do you respond to that? That what other people say?
So, Humble Sharif, if I sit here, probably on your platform, and I tell you that all that uses back as a means of getting our livelihood are all saints or pastors, I'll be misleading not just you but my very self. There are bad apples among us. We acknowledge that. Some of the bad apples have been identified and turned over to the police. Look, we have to keep our country safe. Nobody want to enter a country where people will just go jail your phone. I mean, where it will be so clear that the country is not safe. Nobody will want to invest in such a country. We too are concerned. We too are Liberian. We are not fourth class or eighth class citizens. We too are concerned. And that's why these people can be identified. Sadly, the police on record for releasing criminals unknown to even the people that came there. But Sheriff, I've been in this sector more than 20 years in leadership. I had interaction with people from diverse backgrounds, ex-combatants, educated, non-educated people, from different trainings, from different perspectives of life. I interacted with them. I had 10 criminals over. We have 10 armed robbers, terrible people over. But sadly, sometimes the police collect money from them and put them outside. Do you know what that does? It raises our lives. We identify the people with the hope that their government will be responsible enough that when we identify the criminals or the bad people, the government will do everything in its power to have the people prosecuted. Sadly, they don't do that. They are interested in the little cent or dollars they will get from the criminal and send them back in the field, which they as a serious risk for all. So the government need to be trained. The police need to be trained. The police need to know that when we risk our lives and identify the bad people, the government need to do everything to have them prosecuted. And not to collect bribe for them and send them back to go and steal more. I give you another issue, right? In that same regard. Chief, people say motorcyclists hit and run, they can't wait for traffic light. All these problems are caused by police. I tell you for free. Look, take your cameras in the street. Look, the police have made the issue about motorcycle arresting now as the only means to pay themselves. That's what they do. That's what they do. They said they hide themselves between cars when they see motorcyclists and just jump to take their key. Look, car inspection is done every 3 months in Liberia. Motorcycle inspection don't stop. Why? They be that every time they arrest motorbike, whether your document correct or not, you will pay money. That's what they do. So do you know why? You are creating an environment that is not safe for the people. Another thing, you will find two motorcycles. You will find 2 motorcycles will make accident. Chief, when 2 motorcycles make accident, what the police will do first? And now the lad is all to go after and make sure that these people are taken to the hospital. Do you know what the police do? They run after the motorbike and put it on chain first because they believe that when that motorbike is on chain, before each of them put them, take the motorbike from there, they will put money in their pocket. You getting my point? So when you make the police to probably almost like you send it in the street, say go look for your own salary. When you create that kind of environment, you don't expect these young people to go sit there and go wait for traffic light. The next thing they met thinking about, even if I don't wait for the traffic light, they put me on German key. What am I talking about? Correct. You will get my money and you will ask me for money. Stop creating an unsafe environment. I travel to other countries, motorcycle can wait for traffic light. But in Liberia, you can't work at that. You will be need that job all of your documents. Police, the first thing police get checked on the street. 24 hours they doing inspection. Your document correct, it can be correct to the last. You don't pay money, you're not living for even that policeman. Who want to live, who want to be riding motorbike, and you get running all through, you don't want to stop.
A friend of mine told me, who is a member also of the Liberian National Police, he confided me and said, there is this thing that is happening at the various zone, which is very terrible. All of these zone commanders, most of these zone commanders, they will tell their officers that at least today we need about maybe 25 motorcycle at the station. Go and arrest them, whether they commit crime or they didn't commit crime. But at the end of the day, they will need 25 motorcyclists, or whether it be a tricycle or motorcycle or so. And when these people get at the station, for some time, for no reason, some of these people are just, according to what he told me, he's a security personnel, according to what he told me. So when these bikes are arrested and taken to the zone, it's just something almost like a susu. These people will go there, you go to the commander office, you pay your $500, that flat rate. You pay out of $500 or $300 before they can be able to give you your bike. They don't even want to know what kind of traffic offense you committed or whatever, but their target is every day there must be 25 motorbikes that must be seized and taken to the station, and these people that will be coming will pay $300 to get their bike free. Now, is this thing true? Now, I must say that this was a police officer who was confiding in me, and said, and this person is a pastor. Let me just say here, I'm not telling where he's a son, but he said this is something that they have been complaining against. It's something that, that is not fine with them, because others say that this is the best way to be able to support the Zoom and, so that the Zoom operation can go on, etc. Is it true that these things are happening, or people just making up stories? Tell us about it. Have you come across any situation where bikes have been seized for no good reason, taken to the police station, and your intervention has been called upon? Is this thing true, please?
This is 100% truth. 100% truth. I tell you this. 100% truth. But why would you find a police officer trained that should be proud of a career, that should be a professional police officer who reduce themselves to motorcycle police? Why are you saying that? Is it happening in the United States of America? So motorbike people not all over the world, motorbike people not in America too. Why are the police officers not running after motorbike? Because they are well paid, right? So the thing is that to have better assignment, that's what they do. That's what they do. These people sit at Central and send these people in the street to go harass. You tell them, the man will report 5,000 every week. Where you think the man will take the money from? Everybody takes pay at the end of the month, right? But guess what? You tell them, the man will bring 10,000 every week. Where the man will take the money? You get quote to the one and go take the money from there. And you say in the street to go harass people, citizens. So that's what they do. There's an open secret. Take your camera in the street. When all your 20 people there, they told them not to take bribe. Guess what? Just time they bribe, they put men and stay right there and take the money. You record, you tire, and you want to record bribe, you will get your memory card, your whole phone will get full of video. So it is not a breaking news. There's a belated news. A common thing. The very police director he said, ain't when catch people for the whole place they bear for money. Who they in where that the people are collecting money on the highway. And not because he wanted to do showmanship. Like when he went over there and said the police collecting back, like news there, the police director giving. It's not a news. There's something that they do all of the time. And that's why they want to shift their responsibility on us. They fair police director to all the radio stations and the entire country that when motorcycles are in full compliance, Training was going to be provided for our people. Trainings were going to be provided for our people. When last year the government training motorcyclists, but part of government responsibility that they fail to do, they won't shift that blame on us. The police need training because
My brother Choko,
it was acknowledged by the police director himself when he went on the highway and collected police people that for the whole two blah blah for money. The police need to be trained. That's why our members need to be trained. So we want the government to collaborate with us to have our people trained that they get used to the usage of the road and the traffic law. You can't be shifting your responsibility on us.
so my brother Choko, what is your last message that you have for Liberians both home and in the diaspora, including your members? What is the message that you have for them before we take leave of you, sir? Go ahead.
I want to use this time to ask all motorcyclists to be at the on tomorrow. God, you need to be there as early as 10 a.m. Please don't come there with maybe if I say raka trouser. Come there neatly dressed because that's a temple of justice. Come there like you are going to court. We want to show normal on that day. Honorable Molu are taking his hard-earned money to take the legal battle on our behalf. It is our hope and prayer that our people will assemble there in a number. And that's why we are calling on you, motorcyclists, tricyclists. Let's please do everything in your power. Be at the Supreme Court. Let's have that Supreme Court back with motorcyclists. Be there in your number. There is strength in unity. And the best way we can show our strength is to assemble there in our 100, in our 1,000. Please don't give people reason to deny you. Don't come there with raka, come there with your feet well, come there well dressed. So the world can win this again. That for the first time again, that motorcycle took the entire government to court. And the good thing about it, our case is being heard at the highest court in the land, the Supreme Court. And we are asking all bar riders this Monday, be at the Supreme Court 10 a.m. Come well dressed, come with your long sleeve shirt, if possible with your club trouser, with your feet wear, come there neatly dressed. Let us show support for our case. Let us tell the world that we are serious about it, and government must listen to us because they collect our fees, they collect our money. We have an existing government for us to access the road. All motorcycles, please to be at the table of justice this Monday. Thank you so much.
Thank you so very much, my brother, for taking up the time, especially something that I just reached out to you without, a prior, let's say, arrangement, and you were willing to just come on. Thank you so very kindly. I really do appreciate it. And our prayers are with you, as you and the folks there in Liberia, as you go through this process. It is our prayer that, you people who are using motorcycle to be able to sustain your family and also to help to boost the economy, paying taxes, that your issues will be resolved, that at least once more the family will be able to enjoy that comfort to some extent, that they are enjoying, because from all indication we've understand that some of you who are riding this bike, you have children that you are taking care of, you're sponsoring other people in schools, and because of this, it have left you people with no other options but to allow your children to be home. Some of you can even foot medical bills and etc. etc. So we are with you in prayers, and we pray that everything goes well tomorrow and that your rights will be restored. Thank you so very kindly for taking up the time. But before you take leave, are you afraid of your life? Are you afraid? Are people threatening you? This cause that you've undertaken? Are people, sending messages of threat to you? Are you afraid in any way?
So, as I speak, I don't sleep in my own home. I sleep with friends. I sleep places. Uh, there are NSA personnel that after my life.
Wow.
That National Security Agency of Liberia. There are see strange people around me. There are threats. There are people that are attempting on my life several times. By the grace of God and my life, I'm afraid that people will not take away my life. I'm gonna be honest with you, okay? And you see where I am. It's a strange area. Because the government, I think the last decision now is to take away my life, and that's why we are doing everything You out there, you who are in the diaspora, I want your support. I will want you to please help us to have to add your voice to your voices to ours to inform the U.S. government that this is what we are going through here. I'm not safe as I speak to you. My family have changed their location because of this. People went to them and they threatened them. This is dangerous for me. This is dangerous for our country. For people to be standing for their right, and people, the only thing they choose to do is to take away their life only because you want to bribe them and they say no, they will stand for their colleague. And that's why we are asking you, please add your voice. Whatever means you can reach to Congress, whatever you can do it for once at least. So our life, can we say we don't want our life to be taken away only because we are standing for our colleague to make sure their rights are restored. Honestly, I am not safe in this country, but this is a responsibility that I'm taking, and that's why I'm asking all of you in Europe, in America, in Asia, you Liberian, please help to add your voice to our voices so the government can listen and so they can start going after my life. If I die today, it is the government that killed me, and because there are several times they have made attempt on my life, and I must share it openly. Thank you.
Thank you so very kindly. In fact, the last time there were other Liberians who also raised the motorcyclist issue in front of other, lawmakers, and they are also planning another, how you call, presentation to make before the Congress. So definitely, I can assure you that the motorcyclist issue, and including what you have just raised, we are going to cut this video, and it's going to be part of our. It's going to be part of those Liberians that will be meeting those lawmakers. It's going to be part of the document, the concern that you have raised. We want to say thank you very much. Our prayer are with you. Keep safe. And until we meet again another day, I want to say thank you for taking the time off and have yourself a God bless day. Bye from our end. So, fellow Liberian, you have heard it from our brother, Trocon. He is not safe. The government is after his life. And this is not something strange. You see, this government is noted for not being very tolerant in allowing people to express their dissatisfaction. I'll give you an example. Right here in the US, somebody sent a communication which I put on Facebook and said, oh, because you disagree with the vice president, because you call for justice and, blah, 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 this, that. I just look at it and I just laugh. But we are here. Here, the rule of law is very strong. It does exist here. But it's scaring you listening to this brother saying that he's not even sleeping at his own home. His family have been relocated. This is troubling for our country. This is not something that we can sit and just, fold our arms and say, oh yeah, let leave it as it is. This is scary. This is really scary. That the government now is after somebody for raising, a concern about how his members are treated. My people, I don't know, but this is not something that anybody should just sweep under the carpet. This is not something that we should just look at and say, oh, let leave it, let forget it. It's terrible. There is another news again that we want to bring to you. I know most of you are already aware of it, but it's very terrible. Do you know that the US government is set to impose visa restriction on 43 countries, with Liberia amongst those that are affected? Are you aware of that? No, let me come here again. Do you know that Liberia is going to be amongst other countries that is going to be restricted by the US government? Are you aware of it for visa? Are you aware of it? And maybe some of you don't know. Let's just tell you. The reason why some of these actions are taken is because of the way our government is proceeding. I repeat, it's because of the way our government is proceeding. We have reports here of how our government has been so irresponsible and they have allowed corruption injustices, disrespect for the rule of law to go on without checkmating those people who are responsible. Or you are asking why Liberia is being earmarked by the US government for some visa restriction when your government officials under this Unity Party led government, they are in a broad daylight involved in corruption. Are you surprised? Then people want to put the blame on government that left from there 1 year plus ago. You see, it is only somebody who is naive, that will sit down and say, oh, and they want a happening, because they vote with the CDC government. Are you normal? Are you really to yourself? So it is only fool that will say that. No, yeah, sincerely, it is only fool that will say that the reason why these actions are taken is because of the CDC government. Why would you want to bring CDC government into this? Why would you want to bring CDC government into this? Why would you want to bring CDC government into this? When it is known that around the world, people who are associated with this government are involved into things that are completely unorthodox. Let me show you an example here. Maybe you just think that we trying to play fun here. Let me bring you something here of a report that came up. Somebody who played a very pivotal role in helping Mr. Boakai to come to power. Do you know that this person was arrested in Great Britain for $13 million cash squandered? Maybe you are not aware. Let me bring the information to you. Are you aware of that? Let me bring this information. Maybe you don't know. So let me bring you the information so that you will see it. All right? Let me bring you the information. Okay. So let me just bring you this information. I don't know how many of you can remember this story. I don't know how many of you can remember this story. You remember this story? Where a British national was arrested for over 13 million yen cash swap. You remember that story? And do you know who this particular person is? This guy is related to Joseph Numa Boakai. This guy played a very pivotal role in making sure that, the Unity Party government is sponsored. He is one of the financiers of the Unity Party government. Then you are asking me why these things are going on? Let's just read some of the story here. The story is right here. It says, Tokyo police confirmed Friday that they have arrested a 40-year-old British man on suspicion of stealing about 30 million. That is 80. Wow. 30 million. That is 83,400 from a company executive by swapping out cash doing a fake gold transaction. The suspect, Joe Poto. You see Joe Poto, a relative of Joseph Numa Boakai, somebody who aided Joseph Numa Boakai. And according to the information that we have received, this guy is operating a kind of gold mine in Liberia, which Joseph Numa Boakai is aware of. He is aware of. And at the end of the day, this guy is operating his business, giving Mr. Boakai his share, and also taking his share. Maybe some of you don't know, but let's remind you. Of recent, you know that the government is saying that they are putting out the army to help close some of the illegal mines. Are you aware of that? No, maybe you don't know. Are you aware of that? That the government have said that they are going to be shutting down mines around the place that are operating illegally. They're bringing army people outside instead of police. Are you aware of that? So Joe Poto, a family member of Joseph Numa Boakai, who sponsored his campaign, is being arrested. And this guy is putting out sensitive information out there. How Mr. Boakai is operating some of these, or some of these illegal mines that are operating. Boakai is benefiting from it. Remember, I told you all here the last time that some of these entity that is supposed to be reporting to the national coffers that they are giving money to Joseph Numa Boakai organization, his philanthropy organization that he say he having, his foundation. Look, some of you that do not know, let me tell you this. You see the web people of this Western world that we're in, I'm not saying they are 100% perfect, but what I'm saying, they can be able to follow things meticulously. They will take their own time. They will dig. I gave an example. You see the Stanton Waterspoon story? They didn't just go after Stanton Waterspoon just one time when they got the information. They planted people to hear. They planted people to see. They planted people to go there and also do because they wanted to get the authentic information. And at the end of the day, when they found out that everything that was happening was authentic and they had all of the records, they decided to strike. And when Stanton went there, he did not even argue. He said, yeah, my people are true. I did it. So when you see these people coming after you, they have followed you, they have watched you, they have enough evidence. This is a disgrace. For Joseph Numa Boakai to take over and all of these things happening. That is it. Let me just go on and read the story. According to the police, 5 similar incidents occurred across Tokyo. You see that across Tokyo. So this particular Joe Kotoga, who is one of the strong financier, who was one of the strong financier of Joseph Numa Boakai 23 election, this guy have different cells. So there are different people who are operating for him. So let's take that story right here. Let me see if I can copy this story and just put it right here. Let me copy this story. I will copy this story and I will put the story right here for all of you. All of us. Okay, I'm going to copy it and I'm going to pin it right here so that all of us can have access to this story. Let me pin it right here. First. Okay, then I'm going to send it. Okay, so the story is right there. You can go there, you see the story. So at the end of the day, this particular Joe Kotoga is involved in this particular crime. And guess what? The Unity Party, Joseph Numa Boakai, benefited directly. So here is it. Let's read it. It says, according to police, 5 similar incidents occurred across Tokyo between August 2023 and June 2024, resulting in a total damage of approximately 146 million. Authorities are investigating potential links between these cases. Links, you see that? They are investigating links. And I can tell you this for sure, that some of the investigation have landed right on the lap of Joseph Numa Boakai. Some of the investigation that these people conducted landed right in Liberia because Joe Poto is a Liberian. It's one who helped Joseph Numa Boakai. So at the end of the day, these people have investigated and they know that some of these things that are happening or some of these people that are operating with these fake goals, whatever, is coming from right under Joseph Numa Boakai closet. If Joseph Numa Boakai can sit down and endorse a scholarship program, a fake scholarship program, saying that they get scholarship for Liberians, and that was a vla, why you think Joseph Numa Boakai will not be involved into this? If the wife of Joseph Numa Boakai, Katumu Boakai, can take people money in the name of scholarship, and today nothing is done, these people walk away scot-free, what do you think about this? So let's go ahead and read further. According to the police, okay, say Poto is accused of carrying out the scheme on October 25th, 2023 at around 1 p.m. at a restaurant in Tokyo, Saunda Word. He allegedly posed as a business consultant during a meeting with the 62-year-old company executive who had been approached by a Japanese broker for the purchase of about 1 kilogram, of gold grains. The victim was reportedly asked to bring 13 million yuan in cash to the meeting. Once the victim handed over the money to him in a paper bag, Poto allegedly pretended to count it under the table, replacing it with notepad resembling bundles of banknotes. He then sealed the bag with adhesive tape to prevent the victim from noticing the swap. So after he stole the money, he sealed the bag. Wow, the guy is a crook. The executive later had the supposed gold grain appraised, only to discover they were couple. Look at, they were couple. They coated them with just put gold coat on it, but that was copper wire, that copper they put together. You see that? The executive later had the supposed gold grain appraised, only to discover they were copper coated in gold paint. Wow. When he rushed back to the restaurant, Poto had allegedly fled. The victim then discovered the paper bag in his possession contained only notepads. Joseph Numa Boakai partner, a relative of Joseph Numa Boakai, one who supported Joseph Numa Boakai. Duke Positive, how are you and the family? Our regards to you and the family. You see this kind of thing? Joseph Numa Boakai took somebody who is also involved in the issue of war, Mr. Brown, and sent him to the UN as Liberia's own representative. But then there's the Joseph Numa Boakai that telling you he want to fight or he has the appetite for the issue of war crime court. Why would you be talking about war crime court? And the people who you are sending to represent Liberia are people who are allegedly involved. It's a no stranger that Mr. Brown, who used to serve as information minister, Louis Brown, was involved in the war. Nobody needs to tell you. Nobody needs to tell you that Mr. Brown was involved. So you took this man and sent him all the way to the UN to represent your government. You see what we are talking about? Look, this old man has become an embarrassment for Liberia. This man took over every terrible things are just happening all around the place. Junior Akwe, you are welcome. Thank you for joining us. Terrible things are just happening. The police now is becoming now a gang to carry on atrocity, walking away with impunity. The police, people are dying in police cell without any redress. How will you take somebody to a police station only to go know they say, oh, the man hang himself? Hang yourself. And at the end of the day, those zone commanders, none of them have been questioned or have been investigated. All of the killing that went on in the police cell, not a single police officer or police commander who commanded those zones have been called in for questioning. None of them. Then you are asking why these decisions are taken against the government. No, you call for it, you forget. When Yaseni there was saying, we don't want for the government, for the US government to help us, to help our people, you forget. Just like Nima Boakai, you forget when you were part of the CPP, when you were paying people to go down to Washington, D.C. and go protest and say you want no help to go to Liberia. Oh, but now you are crying. Why is it that US is taking away all of this opportunity? You are crying. Oh, why are you acting, pretending? Why should it be a strange thing? Stop pretending that you don't know. This is something that you pray for. This is something that you asked for, and now it is happening. Now it is happening. When you people were protesting all around the place, oh, let put sanction on Liberia. Oh, United States should not have Liberia. And there's that. You are forgetting. We get a clip right here. Let me see if I can bring this clip. We get the clip. All of the clips. All of the clips, they are right here. Just bear with me. Let me see if I can bring this clip. Let me go to here. Let me see if I can bring the clip. You use people and they were there doing all kinds of things. All kinds of things they were doing. Those who were protesting. Oh, we want for, how you call it? The government to help. We want for government to help. The United States government should not help. Let them leave Liberia. Let Liberia be our own. Only because a man by the name of George Weah was the president of Liberia. So you felt that no help should go to Liberia. But now, here we see, it's coming back at you. It's coming back at you as we speak. Let me see if I can bring it. It's coming right back at you. What you pray for now, today, you are receiving the results. You see what we are talking about? That's why we continue to tell people, do not wish evil for others. Do not wish evil for others. No, don't wish evil for others, because you don't know what will become in the future. If you wish evil for others, those that you're wishing evil against, it is possible that those very people that you are wishing evil against, these people will be the one that you will need help from. When you have already wished evil for them, what will you say? What will you tell them? No, what will you tell them when you reach before them? What will you tell them? It is unfortunate. The prayer that you were praying yesterday now, bam, you bother with the prayer now. Yeah. What you were praying for yesterday is now at your doorsteps. What do you say in this particular case? What is your defense? No, what is your defense? After telling the Liberian people that, oh, we want for no help to go to Liberia because President Weah is the president. Now President Weah is not there now. Look at what is happening. Look at what is happening. You know, Joseph Numa Boakai has become a disgrace to our country. Joseph Numa Boakai has become an embarrassment to democracy around the world. It's become an embarrassment. There's an old man that will sit there and will say to Honorable Fonati Kofa, I am not aware of all of the things that are going on. All of the things they put in doing, I'm not aware of it. What? You are not aware of it? When you sponsor these people, when you gave them money to be able to unseat a legitimate speaker, now around the world, now you are becoming a laughing stock. Help can come from anywhere. What will help come from anywhere? When the way you are leading, corruption is becoming the order of the day. Everywhere you turn is corruption. Everywhere you turn is corruption. To the extent that they themselves now, their own people are now embarrassed. The people who yesterday, the people who yesterday, they were saying, oh yeah, this is the best government. Guess what? These are the people now today who are crying foul. Oh, they're crying. No, don't cry. This is what you ask for. This is what you pray for. And because you pray for it, it is now at your doorsteps. Your behavior alone, it doesn't even represent a democratic government. Boakai has become a disgrace. A man like Mo Ali will steal almost 250,000, but we take Boakai and carry him to the place somewhere and say, can't go put pump on. What a disgrace. Look at it. Look at this kind of disgrace. Look at this. This is a complete disgrace. This is a complete disgrace. Look here. Let's bring you this for you to see it. And Joseph Numa Boakai will proudly go down there and will tell the people that are going to go and dedicate. Look at this kind of embarrassment. Look at this kind of embarrassment. Look at this. This is what we call a pure embarrassment. Look here. After Mo Ali finished stealing una money that he can steal, he carried Joe Boakai and say, Papi, go, yeah. Look here. Look at this. Let me just put the sound. Look here. Look at Joe Numa Boakai. This man is brave enough to go to Bapolu and go take hempom and pull hempom there and say, yeah, they hempom here, I give it to the people of Bapolu. Look at this kind of disgrace. This thing here where a serious hustler can even pull about 25 down. This is what Joseph Numa Boakai went to go dedicate. Look. Yeah, watch it. You see that? Look, you see here?
Right.
Look at this disgrace. He got it. Look. And open the pump. So why Joseph Numa Boakai? Look at. Why would
There you have it.
drink the water?
Drinking water for marketers here at the top. Bupulu market
So
in
that
Bapulu
achievement here now
County.
for Joseph Boakai. You see that? You see that? And you see? So this is real achievement So this is what Joseph Newman Boyka will boast of. You go to him pond, you open the pond, you cut the flower, they go around it, or ribbon, they go around that thing, you cut it. So in your mind now, you say, yeah, this is great. You see my people? This is hypocrisy to the highest. $250,000. That what Mo Alice is paying. And Joe Boyka is, the man is proud. He takes Caesar, he holding your hand. We had that on here looking just like somebody who, how you call, they refuse from Beriala. He's standing or he say he cutting him. You see the kind of insult to the people of Bapolu? You see that? You see the kind of insult? You see, you're looking. Look at this. Is this not a disgrace? Is this what a government should be giving to the people? Look there.
There you have it. Clean drinking water for marketeers.
Okay, now drinking water. What I know is that when people are dedicating this project, right? If you claim that the water safe, Joseph Newman Boyka suppose to at least take a cup and drink some of the water, then we know that it's safe for the people. But the water said that the man can't even drink, he even trust the water. Even though they say the water purified. Joseph Newman Boyka said he even trust the water, that the water he's taking and giving to our people. People of Bapolu, you see, they cannot think. Is there not an insult? When Joseph Newman Boyka is taking millions of dollars in his office, but he's able to pull him down, open him people clapping, they say, oh yeah, they say, oh, that Joseph Newman Boyka is doing this. Look, is this not a shame? Odious African Republic. Look. You see disgrace? You see that? You see? What is my thing talking?
There you have it. Clean drinking water for marketeers. Here at the top, Bupili Market in Bapolu County.
Is this how to treat the people who give you their food? Is this how to treat the people who give you their food? You know, let me tell you something. Liberians, we should stop allowing these politicians to use us like slaves. And you see people there, they jumping around, saying, oh, thank you. Why would you want to use the people in this manner? Why would you want to do such? Why would you want to do such? Why would you want to do such? Why? Why would you want to do such? Allow yourself to be used by these people. We need to look at it and say, yeah, let's go. The people there will know them. We know what they can do. We know how the people there can operate. You know, let's just get small thing, give it to them. They will be okay. They will be fine. You see, some of the things that we're talking about. Look at the thing that we're talking about. Is this not a disgrace? In a modern day, age, and time, the man who say you have come to rescue, according to Boakai, he has come to rescue. Look at the kind of nonsense. Look at the kind of thing. Look at this nonsense here. Look at this thing. In this modern time that we live in, and Joseph Newman Boyka is pleased from who he has achieved.
Marketeers, appreciate His Excellency.
Look. Joseph Newman Boyka has become a disgrace to the presidency. A complete disgrace. Can you imagine? A complete disgrace to the presidency. This is something that is just so, I don't know. It's just so, words are, look, you can't even find a word to describe it. It's hypocrisy on the part of this old man. It's ingratitude on his part towards the people who gave you that vote. This is just, let me take down the word, but it's just so frustrating, man, to treat people like this. People who gave you their vote. Is that how you treat them? Is this how you treat these people who gave you their vote? People who you say you come and rescue, is this how you rescue them? Hand pump, water that is not safe, that you are saying you can't even drink, that you, Joseph Newman Boyka, you even scared to drink it. You're scared to take that water and put it in your mouth, but you decide that our people should drink the water. It's okay for them to drink. You see some of the thing that we're talking? The entire country is in a disarray. People who supported this government, they are now crying that nothing is happening, that the government has abandoned the people. People who supported this government, they are not crying. While finance minister is telling us that we should pray. No, you're telling the people who are in government to pray. The people who are receiving all of this fabulous money, you are not telling them to pray. But we the common people that we the one you telling, we must pray. Listening to how much these people are taking home as salary. No, just listening to them. Listen to some of the money that these people are taking home while there are no hospitals. Because you can get a hospital if you don't have the doctors, if you don't have the drugs. There's no hospital down there. There's no hospital basically. Listening to how much these people are taking home while the clinics and the hospitals are without drugs. I mean, government-owned hospital are without drugs. Listen to how much one person taking. Yeah, listen. No, listen, when we talk, you all call us names.
What's the current monthly income
Yeah, listen.
of a governor and members of the board? Question.
The current monthly income. Listening to this.
Currently, the salary is $10,000 gross.
Yeah.
And I am entitled to, I think, 7,008.
No, he entitled to, but the people who voted for Joseph Newman Boakai in their mass, they are not entitled to going to the hospital and getting drugs. But this man is saying that his entitlement, you are entitled, I am entitled to. You know when somebody say your entitlement? So he's entitled to it, but JFK is not entitled to drugs. The Ministry of Transport don't even have adequate vehicles on the road to transport our people from point A to point B. But this Joseph Newman Boakai nephew, who was at RB Bank, that took loan and gave it to him, for which he took a lot of stalu from the bank and sent Samora there. This man is saying he is entitled to. Listen to his word. But the people there, motorcyclists, are not entitled to their livelihood. The people who are going to JFK and they are being sent out to go across JFK to Lucky Pharmacy to go buy drugs, they are not entitled to drugs. Our people who are being denied from the very hospital because according to them, they say no drugs, no doctor there, no health worker there. They are not entitled to treatment. But they may say that and say, I am entitled to. Look here.
What's the current monthly income of a governor and members of the board? Question.
So, currently, the salary is $10,000 gross. And
$10,000 gross, yeah?
I am entitled to, I think, 7,008.
No, you acting governor, don't think. Now, you already there.
Yes. But this is it. Since I was appointed acting governor on August 1, I have not attempted taking the salary, the benefits, neither have I.
You hear this man entitlement?
So,
that's why he's entitled to.
After your
when our country is in a dying need, I thought these people are supposed to make sacrifices and ensure that money that are going in their pockets for no reason, they go to the poor people, but ain't got time for you. So listen to this man. I'm entitled to. You're entitled to.
You want to go bonofa? You want to go bonofa? What is the salary structure? The income, monthly income structure.
That's what I was saying. The salary, that's the gross, and a cash allowance of 7,800 gross.
Cash allowance.
You have not.
They're not all.
That's monthly. So if you want, I mean, have you asked him
the
all the benefits of rescue? Well,
listen to them.
Yeah.
So the governor again gets a monthly salary of $10,000 gross, a cash allowance of 7,800 gross. The governor is entitled to a housing allowance monthly. Monthly is 5,000 gross.
$5,000. Imagine this man is getting $5,000 every month for housing allowance. $5,000 every month he taking for housing allowance. 5,000. It means your monthly rent is supposed to be $5,000. They gave him one person $5,000 every month. $5,000 every month. $5,000. He taking $5,000 for a month for a house. They man is taking almost $7,800 for allowances. It's taking $10,000 for. Listen to the kind of thing that the people who say they can't rescue you. Somebody say about what happened to Weird Town. Don't talk about Weird Town here. That only stupid person can ask that kind of question. When you come and rescue, you rescue. Don't talk about what happened in the past. That's why the people voted for you. That's why you said you can come and do the right thing. You can come and ensure that the right thing is done. But the same old thing, and President Weah, he even tried because most of these benefits were not. He cut it off. Listen.
He's entitled to.
So leader, bro, that coming in, yeah.
No, because the tax rate changes. The tax rate changes. So I can give you.
They are using 60,000 every year for housing allowance.
Yes, gross. So it's
So
paid less
60,000
tax.
every year. Let's
So
pause this
that's
for
a
a minute.
gross.
60,000 every year for housing allowance. Every year, the man is supposed to take $60,000. Now, I want you to listen to what is happening in the counties with schools. When schools don't even have teachers, when the teachers are not even taking pay, but listen to how much this man is taking, $60,000. While the schools in our counties, they are without teachers. They even get paid. Listen to this.
Agreeing to
Don't believe
invite
what
the
I'm
Minister
saying.
of Education
Listen to
plenary
this.
on Thursday
Courtesy of freedom.
so that she gives
Listen to
clarity
this.
as to reasons why the teachers are not taking pay.
Listen.
So that is our communication before plenary, and we'll ensure that we work together with the Committee on Education.
Let me carry this back.
It's unfortunate.
They may taking 60,000 every year as pay. And some of the teachers in the rural counties, some of them ain't even getting up to 100 or even up to 200 a salary. Some of them, they are volunteers teachers. Some of them are getting somewhere around $50. Some of them $75. I remember when I went Cape Mount, the highest paid person, which was the principal there, you know how much the person was taking? The government school, you know how much the person was taking? In the government school. I leave that one. That listing here. That come to the current listing. Let me explain to you what is happening in the county.
That the deputy speaker did not take it very seriously by, agreeing to
Listen.
invite the Minister of Education to plenary on Thursday so that she gives clarity as to reasons why the teachers are not taking pay. So that is our communication before plenary, and we'll ensure that we work together with the Committee on Education to make sure that the Minister appears here on Thursday, regardless of the fact that it wasn't said in plenary.
So, what are some of the issues? What are you telling you when they speak to you on the program? What is the issue?
It has been about 4 months now, and teachers in Maryland County have not received any salary. And then the Ministry of Education, I understand, is not addressing that issue. It was about 2 months. Teachers complained that they have not received their salary for about 2 months. The Ministry of Education failed to address that. It moved on to 3 months, and now this is the 4th month. And I think it's very important. So now the kids are not in school, students are not in school, the schools are shut down.
Schools are shut down. Why you get breakout people then taking 60,000 or 5,000 every month? Every month, $5,000. 5,000 every month. There are some schools in the Leeward counties that entire budget, the people who are supposed to pay maintenance of the building, that budget not even reach 5,000 US. There are schools in the Leeward counties where let's forget about the maintenance of the building. Just teacher salaries or the wages for staff that are working there and even reach up to $5,000 US and reach up to 5,000 because some of these people, some of them are taking 100, some of them taking 95. When you get somebody in Morovia, with the exception of his pay, with the exception of receiving 7,800, they may taking $5,000 every month. That the man you say come to rescue, that the Boakai you say, yeah, Boakai is the rescuer. That the Boakai, when we talk about some of our brother then honor yet the very bad way, they say, oh, we angry. We angry. When we talk somebody say, hey, we're there before. Is that an excuse? Somebody say, oh yeah, we mad, we angry. Why would we not be angry when you lie to our people and say you coming to emancipate them? Why would a Prince Sherry not be angry when you lie to the people that you are coming to do things differently? And look at what you are doing. Then you're telling me I'm angry, or am I supposed to be happy? Am I supposed to be okay or happy? When you lie to the people that, oh, we are coming to rescue you. President, we are not doing it right. We are coming to do it right. Then you brave enough. You know, some of you, let me tell you this. some of your comments that you made. These things will be here for infinity. Generation unborn will see these comments that you are making. We say, oh, that my uncle here, or that my power talking in nonsense here. Because if we are speaking on our people's behalf, and you come on our point, oh, we angry, oh, we mad. At the end of the day, your generation will see these comments that you are putting on here, and they will question you. So let a lawmaker talking that in his counties, sorry, that they don't even have the teachers to teach the students. But you get people like Patrick Horner taking 3,000 every month for a generator.
Issues. And when I get telling you, when it comes to 3 months and now this is the 4th month, and I
Fourth
think it's
month,
very important. So
no pay.
now the kids are not in school, students are not in school,
Yeah.
the
Listen.
schools are shut down. The ministry has to do something about it, and it's very alarming and frustrating.
This is the minister who was given 43,000 out for resettlement. The minister of education, Jasso, or whatever she called herself. She was given $43,000 only because she was leaving from the United States to Liberia to go and work in the government. So her resettlement fee was $43,000. I want to give to her. Every month, this woman is receiving, every month, she is receiving $3,800 for housing allowance. The minister of education, currently that is there, she was giving the first $43,000. As I speak to you, every month, this woman is giving 3,000 plus for housing allowance. Every month, 3,000 plus. But our people in the lower counties are not taking pay. Schools are closed because no teachers are there to teach our children. Boakai, that they change, that they rescue. You say you can't rescue. You can't rescue yourself or you can't rescue the people. So listen here.
I am completely frustrated. Kids are not in school, students are not in school, the schools are shut down. The ministry has to do something about it, and it's very alarming and frustrating. I am completely frustrated. I will show that something is done about it.
What about you as a direct representation of the people?
What
is your relationship with the minister?
So when you are talking the fact or when you are talking reality, they will kind of say, oh yeah, oh, the people they angry. Oh, the people they angry. If my anger will lead me to advocating for my people, then we in it for a long time. Oh, we in it for a long time. We agree. We in it for a long time. We in it for a long time. This is an old man who said when President Weah was using private jet, he said it was the most outrageous thing that you could ever think about. That the government was insensitive. But today, Joseph Numa Boakai is using charter flight or private jet. They say coming from the government coffers. When President Weah said, my friend sent me this particular, how you call, a jet for me to use. Oh, the whole country was upside down. But today, they are using the same platform and defending Joseph Numa Boakai Corrupt Act. Don't you believe? Listening to our sister, Kula Fofana, talking about Joseph Numa Boakai private jet. While our hospitals are without jet, Joseph Numa Boakai chartering private jet. Don't you believe what I'm saying? But listen. Don't even believe what I'm saying. But listen to Kula. Listen to her. Don't believe it. Don't believe what I'm saying. Listen to Kula Fofana, my own sister, defending corruption in a broad daylight. Don't believe what I'm saying. Let's go there so you can hear. We get the videos here. So we play you the video for you to hear it. All of the things that they condemn today now, no, it's becoming now, it's something that they are walloping in the pool.
And if you want time, that
listen here.
First of all, Sylvester, the president, majority of the president's travel out of Liberia, the international travel, he travels commercial. And the fewer time that the president has traveled,
which is a lie. But let's go ahead. Let's listen.
Traveled on flights that are for other chartered services, very few. And those times,
very few. What is the very few? That money that he's using, it could be sent to JFK. That money that you're using could be sent to Maryland or in the Leeward counties. That schools are banned, teachers are abandoning the classes because they are not being paid. But listening to Kula Fofana defending Joseph Newman Boakai Corrupt Act. Look here, how this old man is insensitive to the plight of his people. The man is wicked, wicked old man.
The out of necessity. I'll give you a very practical example. So when the president,
For the time president, we are traveling, we're not out of necessity. But Joseph Newman Boakai not traveling out of necessity. They may have traveled almost the world over. $5 said they may even bring it. All of the travels that they may travel, we are yet to receive 1 penny, 1 kobo, 1 cent. We are yet to receive it from all of his travel. All of his travel, the travel are becoming useless and a burden to the Liberian people. You get this old man here that have traveled the world over and not even bring shishi, kobo, nekpen. You not even bring it. But Kula Fofana is defending this old squanderer. Listening to Kula Fofana, don't listen to me.
went to Abuja sometime last July. I was on that visit. The president rode in a commercial flight. And you know, when the state visit is happening and there are leaders coming from everywhere, there is a whole ceremony where leaders come in their individual flights or jets or however you will, and come to the tarmac. There's a review of the guards of honor. There's a full ceremony. So normally, all of the presidents, almost all of the presidents who have gone to such a ceremony, travel there on their own or private flight or charter flight. And there's a whole ceremony. The red carpet is brought in front of the flight. And unfortunately for our president, who had traveled on commercial on an ASPI flight, it was a very embarrassing time. I was on that flight. In fact, when the president came out of the aircraft, because it's a commercial flight, they had to go to where the passenger is supposed to disembark. And because he's supposed to come on the tarmac, they had to bring the vehicle on the tarmac from all the way where the VIP activities was happening, the guards of honor, where they had to come there. And the president had to come through the side of the plane. You know, those of you who have flown in different planes, you will see they have the regular entry on the side of the plane, where sometimes when there's extra baggage, the flight attendants and others will take that and carry it to where they're supposed to put baggage on the side of the plane. He had to get out of there and stood on the tarmac for almost 10 minutes because there were challenges with security clearances to get the cars from where the VIP was to come.
These people are now looking at it as an embarrassment. When these were the same very people who denied President we are even using VIP. The President we are plane was in the air, looking for a place to land. But for an old man in Nigeria, where it's not his country, he could have just walked easily. Now it's becoming an embarrassment to this man. But you denied somebody in his own home of those opportunities. For his plane to land, you said no, his plane will not land. You play politics because you wanted for something to happen. But Kula Fofana is brave enough to give us lecture, to come and lecture us. You're listening to them.
On the tarmac to where the commercial flight should park because other passengers are on board. It's a big flight. It doesn't have to go over there.
You can't even rescue yourself.
The team got there, it was between 5 to 10 minutes. Very embarrassing scene. Finally, the vehicle came. All of them came and walked through, went to where the activities were happening. And in fact, all of the team there, they didn't understand. I mean, our counterpart from the other place, they didn't understand why it was like that. Very embarrassing. There's a ceremony. So sometimes flying on charter flight is out of necessity. Very important for the president to do. And also sometimes when he's traveling to very important meetings where it should take you a short while, because it's a commercial. I've been with the president on some visits where you see the president will transit sometimes a couple of hours in one plane or in one airport. He sits there waiting to get to his next destination. Sometimes it's hours, sometimes you have to even do short stay. Because if you somewhere and then the flight is the next day or the next hour. You have to stay there for go and get a hotel that you're not going to sleep, a short stay in a place before you get on board your actual flight. It has been really very embarrassing at times. So where there's a necessity, the president travel on the charter flight. And majority of the time, I can say it has not been out of state conference. It has not been out of state conference. So again, I understand there have been a lot of concerns about the president's traveling privately, but majority of the president's travels and his visits have been on commercial. Either Brussels, Ethiopian Airlines, Askai, and you name the rest. Majority of his travels. Few of his travels that was very necessary, or that went very necessary. In fact, the most recent one, when he went to a destination, sometimes 8 hours, sometimes you had to even do short stay. Because if you somewhere, and then the flight is, and why was it was like that? Very embarrassing. There's a ceremony. So sometimes flying on charter flight is out of necessity.
Yeah. Now, yesterday, when President Weah did that, the whole war was ending. When President Weah did that, even though he did it and he brought back dividends to us, those flights that he was traveling on, he was not just going for just going sick. Every time he traveled, he made sure to bring us something as Liberians. We were getting something. Something were in those travel for us. Well, let Joseph Numa Boakai, he traveling, just some kind of lost billy goat in the forest. What is it bringing for us as a people? What are we benefiting from all of this travel? Absolutely nothing we are benefiting as a people. Nothing we are benefiting. But they are defending this old man. I never see somebody, that's when you want to live in luxury. This man want to travel all around the place. No sensible leader will want to do that. That at the end of the day, when your hospitals are without drugs, when our roads are without public vehicles, when our students are going to school but teachers are not showing up, then you get this man using almost fellow Liberian $1 million to travel and bringing back nothing. Is this somebody who is up here and care about his people? Is this man somebody that cares about his people? Today, these people who were condemning the CDC government, they were all over the place. Today, let them hear defending Joseph Numa Boakai squandering act again. While the hospitals are there without drugs, Joseph Numa Boakai don't mind taking private jet.
The president to do.
Yes.
And also sometimes when he's traveling to very important meetings where it should take you a short while, because it's a commercial. I've been with the president on some visits where you see the president will transit sometimes a couple of hours in one plane or in one airport. He sits there waiting to get to his next destination. Sometimes 8 hours. Sometimes you have to even do short stay, because if you somewhere and then the flight is the next day or the next hour, you have to stay there for go and get a hotel that you're not going to sleep, a short stay in a place before you get on board your actual flight. It has been really very embarrassing at times. So where there's a necessity, the president travel on the charter flight. And
travel on charter flight. Now, my issue is, what are the dividends of all of these travels? That's the question we should be asking. And you want us to talk, so let's talk now as responsible people. So what are the dividends we are getting from these travels of Joseph Numa Boakai? What are we getting from there? No, let's put it in a simple Liberian way, because we double this, that, other thing. All they running around where Joseph Numa Boakai been running around. You travel here, you travel there, you travel there. Waiting in our brain for Liberian people. The only thing I would know that Joseph Numa Boakai did was to go back to go open hand point, go cut people around it. Or somewhere they tie around, they say that ribbon, they tie around, go cut it. That's what we see. As we speak now, Liberia is on a traveling ban. Will soon be for 60 days or whatever it is. It's a disgrace. It's because of the way this old man is proceeding. This man has shown to the people that he is irresponsible, that he does not have the energy to be able to help Liberia. How will you give a country that the country already died? The country is already old. How you call instead of putting somebody who is energetic, who can do the work, you go take somebody who's supposed to retire and put in there. And that old man is brave enough to retire other old people. That's why I can't even understand. That's why I don't understand. You old man like you, Joseph Newman Boakai, the last time I saw a program where they say they were, retiring people because they have reached the retirement age. Definitely taking private jet or to go Melvin, taking private jet to go loafer. This old man, the thing that looking even funny to me, I was seeing that last night, I just bust out that laughing. I said, look, Liberia, we just another country on the planet Earth. This old man is the one who retiring people in the government. They say the president retired because the president 62-year-old, so retired then. 80-year-old man, you look at your vote for him. You're getting the executive mansion. The executive mansion now become a sleeping ground for the man. The man is completely out of order. He even know what happening there. Then people who are working there are retiring there. Look at the kind of nonsense here. Look at the kind of nonsense. A man who 80 years, 80-year-old plus, you're taking and getting the presidency, the highest seat. Today, you're not doing anything. You're just saying that they're sleeping. Then somebody who is 61, 62-year-old, you're having program, you're coming retiring, you're coming taking for in government, you're having program, you're retired then. Is this not gross stupidity in the heads of these people? Look at what is happening. I can play you tons of videos here. Yeah, then defending him. The man staying long to area then, so we got to ensure that at least they may here, and we can be able to help so that everything can be done fast. These are the people, to the extent that I want to man direct the long here and say, oh, I want to apologize because I didn't even know the thing here, and I was looking at the thing here. It was how embarrassing it was. That was the long. They men pay apology pay just 5 and 6. You're listening to him. That here apology just 5 and 6. You're listening to him. Listen.
I want to publicly apologize.
Listen to him. Listen.
Callers and those who listen.
Let
me address this private jet issue. My response may not go down well.
Okay.
As Darius Dillon, who campaigned against private jet, use of private jet against President Weah, I want to publicly apologize to President Weah. Why? Because we did not understand the constraints and the reason.
It's not that they didn't understand the constraints. Let Darius Dillon here apologizing. We want to apologize to the president. We apologize for what? Be apologizing to the Liberian people that you denied opportunity, you lied to them, and they gave you their vote, and today now you have become an embarrassment. That the people should be apologizing to. President, we have moved ahead a long time. He's gone. He ain't got time. He's a man of peace. He's a man who forgives, He doesn't keep anything in his heart. Whatever happens, and you move on. So you should be apologizing to the people that you lied to. You said you are going to ensure that the hospitals are with drugs. You are going to increase the salary of civil servants. What happening? The people who are in the street, you gave 20%, we gave 0%. Those are the people that you lied to. The people you need to go and apologize to. Not the President Weah. President Weah, go ahead. He moving. Oh, he moving. He going, doing what he's doing for the people. So it is you now that need to go to the people and apologize to them. We don't need your apology. President Weah don't need your apology. Today, look at them. We are sorry. We want to apologize to President Weah because we lie. This is how these people lie to you, and you gave them power. And today, they are after themselves. They are not after you. Listen to him. What a disgrace. They may always let it say, he may
callers and those who listen. Let me address this private jet issue. My response may not go down well. As Darius Dillon, who campaigned against private jet, use of private jet against President Weah, I want to publicly apologize to President Weah. Why? Because we did not understand the constraints and the reasons and the justification for using private jet by the president of Liberia. We condemn it. Now, both say, don't apologize. Lord, let me tell you, this country, they say when you wrong, play traffic and say you're not wrong. They can respect you, they can honor you for the year. Look, let me tell you something. In good conscience, it's good to admit that you're wrong so that you can correct the wrong. We see the need for the use of private jet. But
I saw that when I was in Abuja when President Boakai went there. I narrated that on this.
We
Now today, these people are realizing that what President Weah was doing was that he wanted to bluff. So he coming out to say apologize. No, they are only apologizing because they want us to point finger at Joseph Newman Boakai, who have used the Liberian people money and coming without results. All of the time President Weah traveled, he traveled with results. He brought in results for us. We saw it. These were things that we witnessed with our eyes. The travel that President Weah did brought us the 14 military hospital. The travel that he did, it brought us the PHP park. The travel that he did around the place brought us so many things, scholarship and other things. But today, the travels that Joseph Newman Boakai is doing, waiting bringing for you. Waiting Keke bringing for you. Waiting bringing for you. This man has become an embarrassment to the extent that ECOWAS need to come to tell you, say, oh man, you got to behave. The way you doing things not correct. The people that we supporting, they junta, then you supporting the thing they doing not correct. And you say, Joseph Newman Boakai is somebody who can rescue you. If you are looking for a rescuer, you better go somewhere else. These people condemn everything, including dancing. But President, we are dancing. They all let the men let Buka dancing. But imagine, as Joseph Newman Boakai, the men say, nah. Let me hear he dancing. The thing what they condemned yesterday, today they are doing it now. Let me hear, we'll show you video so you can see it for yourself. I know some of you, it will hear you. Let Joseph Newman Boakai hear dancing. Let me hear. Let me hear. Dancing for party. Your state president, we have a Buka dancer. Oh, men dancing here, men dancing there. People suffering, the men dancing. They want to Joseph Newman Boakai doing a what? No, they want here that waiting he doing. That Nafo he playing or that culture. There, you look. Look at old people they were supposed to be focused on bettering the lives of their people. And they want here they say they enjoying. Putting extravagant party around the place. You look here. Look at the kind of thing. Look at the old man. Look at ASC's my two talking. ASC. He dancing you. Look at him. Look at somebody call it popo. The old man at his age, he living extravagant life. This man was supposed to be concerned about the people's life, about the people's welfare, about people's well-being. He dancing, Casablanca, he dancing. There, this is what we be talking. When we tell you that this man is a con artist that have come to enrich himself, he ain't give up. Think about whatever you say, we lying. Yeah. To the extent that your own people now, they give up on him.
The quotation, the
procurement plan. Give up on him. They look at him for long and say, no, they may, he can't help us. They may is a disgrace to us. They may can't help us. Oh yeah. The own people are not crying. See the kind of thing? Liberians. The con artists, he came, took power, and guess what happened? The man is brave enough to only care about himself, enriching himself. He even get time for other people. He even get time for people's life, but he care about himself. This is a disgrace. It's a disgrace for this old man to be behaving the way he is behaving. At his age, this man should be concerned about the lives of Liberians. He should be concerned about the hospitals. Because what kind of enjoyment the man want? God has blessed him. He has lived his life. The life that this man has lived is enough. It's sufficient. under his watch, you will never think that police brutality will be the order of the day. But police brutality has now becoming the order of the day. Nothing coming from inside. Look at police brutality all over the place. Anywhere you turn, police brutality is now the order of the day. Look here, look here. Look at police officer abusing people in the broad daylight. Watch it before you say I'm lying. Look at it. Look there. You see that? Look at police officer.
All right.
You get iron in your hand, go knock somebody. The man is already arrested. This man is in the vehicle. Look there at what we see. This man has already been arrested by police. It's in the vehicle. The other man jump on the other side, come and abuse the man, physically assaulting the man. Police brutality now is becoming the order of the day. Look here.
Campus of the university. All right. So
look at what
the university
he's using a handset. In Liberia, we say the walkie-talkie. He's using the walkie-talkie to knock it on the man. As thick as that thing is, hitting the man in order for him to inflict wounds or pain on him. You see some of the things that we're talking. And you see that these are the people that you call police officers. Very untrained. That Boakai have given Mark II for them to go and commit crime, and they will be celebrated. Look at this.
of the university.
Police brutality. Look at it. Jump in. They want where somebody born with him one-on-one somewhere. He can't even spark.
The university of
people. Look there.
Liberia.
What the man did to you, that police, you decide to brutalize this man. Look here.
The University of Liberia administration has suspended campus.
You see that?
Campus of the university.
Look there. Yeah, look there. You see that? Brutalizing students. You see that? Using his walkie-talkie, knocking the fellow. You see? Look at the police brutality. Look there. You see that? You see that? Instead of going in the car, he said, no, you're not going in the car. You want to sit at the back. So you can inflict pain on people. You see that? And you see somebody we're talking about. Police brutality now is becoming the order of the day. Police brutality is becoming the order of the day. These people have no regard. And at the end of the day, you say they will not restrict you. They will not put visa restriction on you when you are behaving in a way that is completely out of the ordinary, undemocratic means. When you are using police to inflict things on people, you have no respect for the rule of law. Then you say they will not put you on visa restriction. And we're not asking for it, but what you look for, and you're getting it. You see? Look at this. Look at the kind of thing that's going on. Look at this kind of thing that's going on. Look at the kind of thing that's going on. Boakai has become an embarrassment. You get one Gregory Como who feel that he's a content creator. The man creating content. So the content now that he's creating now, he feel that he should use the police as some of his characters in it. Every day there is one level of violence, another, from one to another, from one to another. Yeah, from one to another. You use our people. I mean, nurses, health workers. They were singing. You get 10%, you get 20%. At least, President, we are getting 20%. But what Boakai is giving them? No. Yesterday, at least, President, we are getting 20%. Listen to them. Let them hear. Listen. Let me put the thing here so we can all listen to them. Listen to them. They were crying. Oh, you get 20%, we get you 0%. Listen to them. Let me play it.
We get you 0%.
Yeah.
We get you 0%. We have another vote. No medication in the hospital. We have another vote. No new employment. We have another vote.
Yeah.
We get you 0%. We get you 0%. We get you 0%.
These were the people who were politicizing the lives of our people. Today, now, when you go to JFK now, they are crying. There's an interview where you are crying, say, oh, they volunteer, they ain't even on payroll. We need more health workers. They can't talk. As I speak to you today now, they are not able to talk. They are ashamed. They are ashamed. They are not able to talk. Because the men who they put their lives on the line for, they went and play politics about, even get time for them, even want to know. So the last time we saw the health people there, they say they're walking, they're complaining. Jeremiah Kun went there too. He said he go how you call the thing, say, go bluff. Because he went down there to go for anything correct. That bluffing speed went on. So they were complaining. In fact, they need help. I don't want you to believe it. Let me put it here so you can watch it and see it for yourself. Here is it.
No, it's not. What's the strength when it comes to manpower of the hospital? How many staff you are working? And so things go
A little over 900.
Is it okay?
900. No, it's not. Because health, we have to keep adding on. There are a lot of health services that we are supposed to be providing right now as a referral hospital. We're not providing.
Yeah, this is dangerous. There are a lot of health services they're supposed to be providing. As I speak to you now, they are not providing it. So imagine on Joseph Newman Boakai, the hospital, some portion of the hospital shut down. Is this not scary? But they men using private jet to travel. And you hear what she's saying? I mean saying, no, she herself telling you that some of the services that they're supposed to provide, they're forced to shut it down and not working because they even get people to operate. Don't believe what I'm saying. Listen to her before you say, oh, Prince can lie. Because some of you're quick to say, well, they're lying. Listen.
The strength when it comes to manpower of the hospital. How many staff you are working? And so things go
A little over 900.
Is it okay?
900. No, it's not. Because health, we have to keep adding on. There are a lot of health services that we are supposed to be providing right now as a referral hospital. We're not providing.
Is this not scary? You are supposed to be providing a lot of health services and you are not providing it. Is it not scary? So it means our people there, they're there by God's grace. But Joseph Newman Boakai is using 500,000 to travel private jet without any results. That old man is a disgrace. It's a disgrace. Again, we want to thank each and every one of you for taking the time off to be here. We appreciate you. We want to thank you. It's about time now that, we transition to another thing. So this is the platform under the Palava Hut. Follow, like, and share the page. Until we meet here tomorrow, I want to say God bless all of you. I love you all in a special way. I want to say thank you. Whether you agree with us or you do not agree with us, I want to say thank you so very well. We appreciate you. So until we meet again, my people, God bless you. Have yourself a God bless day and bye from our end. But before we go, listening to Joseph Newman Boakai, what he said, endorsing corruption. So we'll close with this. We'll always close with this. This man is encouraging his ministers to engage in corruption and say it's okay. Say you can be corrupt, but yet take some of the money and spend on the people. When your mind is corrupt, the thing where inside you that why you can pour us out. So Joseph Newman Boakai is encouraging these people to be corrupt because he himself is a corrupt old man. He's corrupt. So what do you expect? You will tell your people to be corrupt. So listening to this closing video and know how this man has become an embarrassment and a disgrace to Liberia and to our democracy. Until we meet again, I love you all. Have yourself a God bless day.
We want to encourage those who want to remain corrupt and steal money, that I beg them. The money should be used to bless our people. Thank you and God bless.